Religious counselor is sentenced to 103 years in prison for molesting a young girl who went to him for help. Weberman was convicted of the crimes last month. The victim says the abuse started when she was 12 and went on for about 3 years. She's now 18 and testified during the trial. It's a case that rocked the ultra-Orthodox Williamsburg community, drawing crowds of support for both Weberman and his accuser. News 12's Dana Arschin is in Williamsburg tonight with more. Dana.
Hi there, Kevin. It's been an emotional day for members of the ultra-Orthodox Satmar sect here in Williamsburg as supporters of Nehemiah Weberman watch as he goes to prison after being sentenced to 103 years, while supporters of his victim say finally justice has been served. Take a look at this video from inside the courtroom this morning. The judge says the 18-year-old victim's actions in taking the stand were heroic, and he hopes those actions will encourage more victims of sexual abuse in any community to find the strength to come forward. In the victim's moving testimony, she said, "I clearly remember how I would look in the mirror and see a person I didn't recognize. A sad girl who so badly wished she could have lived a normal young teenage life, but instead was stuck being victimized by a 50-year-old man who forced her to experience and perform sickening acts for his sick sense of pleasure again and again. I saw a girl who didn't have a reason to live."
It is clear to us that if molesters understood, they would not be shielded from exposure. That in and of itself would be a strong deterrent against future acts of child sexual abuse. And finally, if there is one message to take away from this case, is that this office will prosecute the evil of sexual abuse of a child no matter where it occurs in our county.
In the courtroom, the judge said the maximum sentence could have been 117 years, but because he received and reviewed almost 60 letters from supporters of Weberman from the community, that sentence was bumped down to 103 years. That's the latest from Williamsburg. I'm Dana Arschin. Right back to you, Kevin.
All right. Thank you very much, Dana. Well, we want to hear what you have to say about the sentence. Sound off on our News 12 Brooklyn Facebook page.